In this video, we're going to take a look at the Hero 616. Let's start at the end with my thoughts on this pen. This is a pen I picked up really just to try out their aerometric converter. And I don't really like this pen at all. There's pens very similar that I do like, but this one I really don't enjoy at all. I find my penmanship struggles a little bit with this particular pen for some reason, and it's not like I have the best penmanship anyway. It is quite difficult to clean. This is a pen that I'm not even sure if I'm going to bother cleaning it out. I may just toss it because it's not even really worth giving away. I don't like it. I don't know how much else to say. Yes, it has a lot of feedback while I write with it, which I don't mind the feedback. I don't find this pen comfortable to really use. I don't like it, which I don't know that I've said specifically about a pen before. Now that we know how I feel about the Hero 616, let's see how I got to that opinion, starting with the unboxing. The Hero 616 came in bubble wrap in a mailer. I'm glad it didn't come with any kind of a box, and it really is done poorly enough as a pen that I don't know that it warrants a box and shouldn't give that presentation from the beginning that it is something. With the pen out of the box, we need to get to the nib. Now, as long as it doesn't take 20 turns to uncap a pen, I generally don't care. So, how many turns does it take to uncap this pen? The Hero 616 is a pull cap. I will say that the easy uncapping could make it useful to a student where you want a very affordable pen that if you lost wasn't a big deal, and it uncaps fast enough for quick note-taking, so it does have that going for it. This gets us to the nib. This pen has a steel fine nib on it. This was another pen where I was interested in trying out the hooded nibs, and while I enjoy hooded nibs, I don't like this one, and I could fix it. It's not a problem. It is a little bit scratchy, but you know, at like $2, what do you expect? If you enjoy videos like this, then be sure to hit the subscribe button. Now, let's ink this pen up. The Hero 616 is an aerometric filler and holds approximately 1.1 milliliters of ink. The ink for today is Lamy Topaz. I do have other pens that are aerometric fillers, and I don't generally dislike them. This one I found was particularly ineffective. It really took a lot of work to even get to half a fill so that I could get through a decent amount of writing. The thing on its side is that it is a dry writing fine, so even half a fill will last a long time for you. As a habit, I don't normally post my pens, but some pens need to be posted to be used comfortably, and some people prefer to post their pens. This pen does post very nice and deep, very securely. I find that I need to use this posted just for its maximum in comfort, but I don't need to post it. It is long enough to use without posting, so if I had this in my pocket and wanted to just pull it out and use it to jot a note, I can. And for a serious writing session, I can post it and not have to worry about where the cap is. Now, the important part, the writing sample. I already stated I don't like writing with this pen. It is scratchy to write, and that can be fixed. So that shouldn't be the one thing that stops someone from looking at this pen. More the point that for some reason, this particular pen takes a lot of effort for me to get through a whole page of writing. I really feel it in my hand as I get halfway or three-quarters the way through this page. It makes my hand hurt, and I don't like using pens that make my hand hurt. One of the reasons I like larger pens is it's much nicer on my hands. Now, I knew this was a smaller pen when I was getting it, but I do have some smaller pens that don't cause the same hand cramping. And it is weird. It may be completely psychological over the things I don't enjoy about this pen, because I do have other pens that are the same dimensions but don't cause that same hand cramping that I'm getting with this pen. I can say, regardless of whether it's psychological or not, it's there, which makes me not go to use this pen. I actually haven't used this pen in a year, and I just kept it because I figured I would get around to doing some pen reviews, which I'm doing. And now that this pen is done, it's going to go away. I'm not going to keep it. And I can't give it away because I don't need to make an enemy have a vendetta against me, and I don't need to turn someone into an enemy by giving them this pen. The frustration alone is enough to push someone over the edge over how it makes your hand feel. Although I will say that it does write. Now for something a bit more standard in comparing writing size. I use Mnemosyne Blue to do this. Here's how it compares to a Yovo Extra Fine on the left, a medium in the middle, and a 1.1 stub on the right. This is a very fine fine. I would even call it so far as an extra fine. And that's perfectly good. I almost said fine again. That's perfectly good for anybody who likes their lines to be that thin, and I don't really have a problem with that. For people transitioning from ballpoint pens, this could be a really good option for them in terms of its writing size. But how does this nib compare to other nibs that I've used in writing size? Looking at the writing of a Hero 616 with a fine nib, here it is next to a Sailor My First Pen with a medium fine nib, a Mnemosyne Singularity with a fine nib, a Jinhao X750 with a Goulet fine nib, and a Jinhao 51A with a fine nib. So it isn't a review without some size comparisons. Here it is capped. Here it is uncapped. And here it is posted. I did state it before that this is a smaller fountain pen, and it is. And with that, it does become a good choice for people sometimes when they want to try some of these smaller pens, or perhaps if they're starting in fountain pens and need something a little closer in size to what they're used to with ballpoints and clicky pens. At this point, we have a dirty pen, so let's go clean it out. Be sure to check out the next pen review where we take a look at the Sailor Pro Gear Slim. Are you tired of that messy hassle of stapling papers? Leaving staples all over your desk and punching holes in paper needlessly? Are you tired of using tape? I got this. Have I got the solution for you? This, a paper clip. For the low price of $19.99, you can get this paper clip. But wait, there's more. For a limited time only, we're going to upgrade that paper clip to this paper clip. That's right, this is a fun paper clip in the shape of a fountain pen nib. But if you order now, I'm going to throw in this second paper clip absolutely free. All I need you to do is to cover shipping and handling at $37.87. Act now. If you want to be able to support not just my channel, but any reviewer, then when you make a purchase, be sure to tell that retailer where you heard about it. Thanks for watching.